How's it going? My name is Brent from Encore PPF and Tint, and today I've got my Honda pulled in. We're going to put some carbon fiber paint protection film on the hood of this, and that's that. So this is a 2012 Honda Accord 2-door, and let's get started. This over here, yeah. I can't live with this all of a sudden. We went past that. Okay, yeah. Yep, right. 7 easier to stick here. Okay, all right. Yep, sorry, bad news. Okay, so now we've got this clean. We've got our material ready to go. This is the cover guard. Same film we did on the Porsche in the last video. My wife said this is gonna look dumb on my car. Or maybe she said stupid, I don't know. And she might be right, but we're gonna find out. I do some other stuff to the paint color too, I think. I think I might change some other things about this car with some other black vinyl, and just had the front bumper painted, so I need to put some protection on that, and then I might change the color of it. We'll see. Well, look at that. Minimal stretch on this bad boy, huh? So this looks like a super simple 4-corner tack, and squeegee this out. All right, let's get our tack solution. Okay, so we're gonna tack this down. So one corner down. And then a little stretch from left to right in case we have to pull forward towards the front a little bit with some tension, which really, there's no fingers on the side at all. So not gonna have an issue there. Okay, now what we'll do is we're basically gonna pull towards the corner here, tack this down, and we wanna get rid of most of that finger. At least half of it, right? Get some more tack in there. We'll go ahead and squeegee this down. Okay, then let's give this last corner a little stretch and a little tack. So today I am using oh, it's not that soapy though. It's the window tinting solution, which has a lot more soap in it. But I forgot to rinse the hose out, so it's gonna be quite tacky actually. So right now we want to be glassed out. So we don't want any fingers anywhere coming up off the side. Okay. Now let's get this all squeegeed out. So we got a lot of air here. Let's see if we can get that kind of pushed out like so. More air over here. Okay. And then today I'm going to go ahead and squeegee along the back, and then we're going to take everything forward and out the front. Or what do you think? What do you guys think? Across the front and squeegee back? Or across the back and squeegee forward? Alright, well, I'm going to do what I said. Across the back, bring it all forward. This way we can have something at the shop here with this carbon fiber on it, so customers can see it and see that we have it, and that we can, you know, it's an option. Oh, big air pocket here. Let's get rid of that big air pocket. Here we go. Okay, Just make sure you're doing good overlapping strokes and you're using some good pressure when you're squeegeeing this out. So about half of the squeegee is going over new, and the other half is going over stuff that I've already had a pass on here. So you can see when I start, like here's my line from where I squeegee down to, and I'm starting way up here then when I go to squeegee this out, just to make sure that I'm, you know, really overlapping everything. Okay, just kind of double checking everything here, because with this material, you know, it's kind of hard to tell if there's something stuck under there. Okay, looking good so far. We'll go ahead and squeegee this across here and take all this out forward. So you can see there that I squeegeed over to a certain part, and then I started way out here where we'd already squeegeed and brought it back this way to what I consider the middle, what I call the middle. And that's just so we don't keep pushing water out this way and then accidentally try to push some water out into an area that's already been squeegeed out, because that in regular window or paint protection film can cause distortions in the adhesive, and we don't want that. And we don't know if this material will do that or not, but we also don't want to push a bunch of water out there into an area that's already been squeegeed out and have it get trapped in there. Okay, we need to go ahead, let's pop this up a little bit here on this very edge so this water can get out of here. It's definitely stuck in there currently. Okay, there we go. Took a moment to get all that out of that edge. So I'm just going to double check now, make sure that we got everything out. Okay, just going to go around and double check all these edges, make sure we've got everything squeegeed out. So let's go ahead and dry this off as well. And this stuff looks so good. I mean, the appearance of it is really impressive. And once you get it outside, the gloss of it just really pops. Okay. Well, I think I've got a little bit popping up right here, so I'm going to throw some tack in there. I can see this line coming across here is actually traveling just a little bit out into the hood. So I'm going to spray some tack down in there on that edge. And then we'll go ahead and squeegee this out again. And then right where this goes, where that finger was, I'm going to go ahead and do a swipe and hold on that to make sure that that's down this time. Okay, and we're popping up on this edge just a tiny bit here on this very corner of the hood. So sneak some tack in there. And then we can go ahead and squeegee everything out to this corner again. And I'm going to go ahead and do a swipe and hold on this corner. Okay, now that corner is nice and pronounced. I can tell right where it's ending, and I can tell that it's stuck down to it. check this one out just for good measure. Looks like it's popping up just a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit of something so we can slip across the top of this. And we'll go ahead and hold this down. Okay, bye. All right, so now I can really see that corner in there, and I just held that for a bit to make sure that that completely would stay down, so we don't have problems with that continuing to pop up. I'm not sure if that will cause distortions in the adhesive on the corner there. It did just a tiny bit, so we don't want that to continue to come up. And that one's staying down nicely. So very, very minor distortion, but it did leave a little wave in it. Let's see if I can catch that in the camera at all. So just like regular paint protection film, it doesn't like that stuff popping up. All right, terrific. Well, we're gonna let this go ahead and sit here and completely cure, and then we'll go ahead and trim it out and wrap those edges. So I'll see you guys back. All right, so this sat and dried overnight, which is totally unnecessary. It's just the way that it worked out at the end of the day yesterday. So let's go ahead and trim this and wrap those edges. All right, so now we know that this is gonna be good and stuck. Whew. The one thing we don't want to do is pull on this in a way that makes it pop off of the hood. So we got to be really careful of that. And then just let's see, I'm gonna go with just one blade out and run my finger along that edge, and then anywhere up to 1/4 inch is good for the wrap here. There's already some tension on this, so I don't really need to pull any more tension on it. Okay, now we do. Woo! That's a disadvantage of leaving it sitting like that overnight. It is super stuck to the surrounding parts. And then just remember, I'm using my finger as my guide to help me keep a nice straight line, or straight-ish. Sometimes going real fast like that can help get that off of there. And then sometimes that doesn't work at all. This is a case by case. Okay, let's go ahead and push this down so we know that edge is all the way pushed down. We'll cut this off. I'm kind of just trying to decide here what to do with these corners. We're gonna have to do some type of a 45 here, because those aren't gonna work for really that well for wrapping behind and doing a melt method, because there's no way to get enough heat on the back side of it, on the underside. So let's let that roll over, and then maybe like 1/8 of an inch past where it's attached to the top of the paint there, and then we'll give that a shot for pushing that down. And just barely, if you go like this, does it leave a little bit of white. So I think that looks pretty good. The other side, we'll try going just a little bit longer. Okay, and then this is just going right along the paint on the fender, And then now we're away enough from the fender that I can cut all the way through again. And then just make sure when you're tearing this that it tears correctly. So nice and slow. No backstop. Okay, so this one I was going to go for just a little bit longer here. Still just the tiniest bit of white, but there's nothing we're gonna be able to do with that, about that. No backstop again. All right, so let's heat this up and start rolling this under. There is a piece of rubber here that gets in the way, so we'll need to work around that. Let's get this corner down first and then work away from it. Okay, and then we'll melt method this corner. So 5/1000. Okay. And then at this angle, we're only gonna be able to get so much of this right now. We're gonna have to figure something else out because that is not gonna roll very politely. At least right here, it's going to be just hard to get my finger on that. Okay, let's get this rubber pulled back. So usually about 3 passes on that to get that all the way down, 3 to 4 passes. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew by trying to fold it all over at the same time because it will crease up on you. Okay, and then let's melt method this corner here. So I like to warm up these corners first, then work away from them. Even when they're not going to be bunching up like that, you want to work away from the corners, because if you do happen to do any stretch on the material while you're pushing it down, you don't want to be stretching that into a corner. We don't want any extra material bunching up on the corners more than it already is going to have. Alright, let's put a little heat on that. Let's see what we can do about rolling this under there now. So this is the tool I want to use for this. Okay, and then I'm just reaching underneath there, putting some extra pressure on that edge, make sure that's staying down, and that's looking really good. I mean, there's barely, underneath, barely a white edge. Okay, and this one's already wrapped underneath there a decent amount. So let's go ahead, put some more heat on this edge, and then push the very edge down. Same thing with this one, just barely a white edge kind of under. Okay, let's get this tool here, kind of wrap that under. And we'll use this guy here to get underneath there a little bit further. And then we'll go under with our finger and push that down really well. Awesome, well there it is. There we have it. I'm gonna give this one more wipe down and then we'll pull this outside, see what it looks like out in the natural light. What do you think? Was my wife right? Does it look stupid? All right, Heather, come tell me how stupid this looks.
It looks better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I'd say it looks good. I like it. All right, well there you have it. That was the process of installing some carbon fiber paint protection film on the hood of this Honda Accord. So if you found anything helpful there, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.